Health, they say, is wealth. There is really nothing you can do when you're not healthy. Today on this episode of Against All Odds, we're bringing the story of Emmanuel right to your doorstep. An 18-year-old deaf boy who has actually been out of school for 3 years now. Why? Because he's been down with kidney problem. What is kidney disease? What has Emmanuel's parents and Nigerians done about this? On this episode of Against All Odds, it's a different narrative altogether. We're coming out with a loud cry and asking, we need to save Emmanuel. How do we save Emmanuel? I ask you something. How much do you know about kidney disease? All this will be brought to you on this episode of Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. All I need you to do is just to stay put and let's take this ride together. My name is Doshima Pius Ikirave.
This is Against All Odds.
Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow.
Life indeed is full of ups and downs. But has anything ever shaken your hope? Have you been hopeful and then lost it suddenly? For one reason or the other, Against All Odds visited a deaf boy, presently on dialysis and oxygen at the hospital due to kidney failure.
You'll be signing for him.
How are you? Say it's fine.
Thank God. How are you feeling?
Good feeling. He said he's feeling some pains on his stomach. That at times it will come like a shock. That he's not feeling fine at all. And he's losing his breath.
You can drop your shirt. Okay. So, for how long have you been out of school? Let him sign.
How long have you been out of school? He said 3 years.
My name is Faith Obasi. I am Emmanuel's mother. Emmanuel is my first son. He's 18 years old now. Emmanuel's birth was very traumatic, and this has led to his condition of being deaf and mute. His being deaf did not limit him from functioning properly. He's a very good boy, very useful to the family. We took him to a special school, that is Kuje School for the Deaf in Abuja, where he picked up immediately. He was doing well in his studies until in 2003, where he picked up immediately. He was doing well in his studies until in 2023, when we started noticing he was running temperature frequently and also falling sick. We took him to a special school. We took him to a hospital around the special school in Kuje. The test results showed us that his 2 kidneys are not functioning at all. Since then, it's been from one hospital to another. Emmanuel is a very strong boy. What his mates couldn't survive, he was able to survive it. I'm begging Nigerians to please help me. Since 2023, Emmanuel has been on dialysis. The money for his surgery is 34 million naira. It's a lot of money to give him another kidney. It's a lot of money for the kidney transplant. His dialysis section is 110,000 each section. He runs 3 sections a week. I don't know what to do again. I have left my business, my husband's business, his father's business has been drained. Please, I don't want my son to die. He is my first son. We are living by the grace of God. He is a very brilliant boy. He hasn't been going to school because the reaction can come up anytime. Sometimes he vomits blood. When I cry to the doctors, they will say there is nothing they can do. We should hasten up with the transplant process. But we don't have the money. That is why we are crying out here and calling on Nigerians to please have pity on Emmanuel. Have pity on us and help us. Please, this is a passionate appeal from Emmanuel's mother.
Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me.
Emmanuel told us his dreams of becoming a big engineer. He hasn't lost hope at all. Against all odds, his hope is still very active and alive. Emmanuel Obasi Chisom was born on the 30th day of November 2006 into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Linus Obasi from Enugu State. He was born in Kaba. His pregnancy was very hectic. At 9 months, there was no contraction. His mom had to be induced, which caused her to convulse. Finally, Emmanuel was brought forth through surgery. At birth, he didn't cry for about 5 minutes. Eventually, he was revived. At 6 months old, he started convulsing and was unconscious for a while. Emmanuel must fulfill purpose. At age 1, Emmanuel couldn't talk. He was just blabbing. At age 2, he could write very well, but couldn't talk and hear. His mom refused to give up on him. Emmanuel started schooling in Mopa, Kogi State, and from there moved to Mopa in Lokoja, where he finished his primary 6. After his primary 6 examination, Emmanuel got admission into the school for the deaf in Kuja. Emmanuel was doing very well in school until in his JSS3 first term when his illness began. He became very fat. We didn't know that his kidney were failing.
We advocate for the deaf community, we empower and we raise awareness about the deaf. We went to their school to the Children's Day, but fortunately the principal of the school contacted me and discussed about Emmanuel's issue with us. So we decided to take over and let the world know about Emmanuel. Well, to the glory of God, it's been moving gradually because we'll be communicating with the radio station and the television and also with some organization that they can help us to raise funds for Emmanuel issues.
We took him to St. John Hospital, Kaba, to Egbe, and then to National Hospital. His kidneys had failed, so he had to be placed on dialysis. We used National Hospital for a while, where his dialysis sections were done. We stayed in National Hospital for a while, and then we moved to the present hospital where Emmanuel is right now. Dr. Adefa Konle tells against all odds what kidney disease is and preventive methods. How many kidneys are in the human body?
Every normal person is born with 2 kidneys, and they are the big structures responsible for ensuring that the body is in a good state of homeostasis, ensuring that you don't have too much bad products in you, and whatever things that are off are cleared off from the body, ensuring that whatever it is that you have is adequate. They do this by ensuring that we make what we call urine. One of the good ways you know that your kidneys are working is that you make adequate amounts of urine every single day. They also help in ensuring that you have enough blood. They also ensure that your bones are strong. They also ensure that you don't have too much acid, you don't have too much bicarbonate.
How long does the kidney work?
It's working 24/7, ensuring that everybody has about 6 liters of blood in the body. This is passed through the kidneys, it goes, and everything has to be filtered by the kidneys at least a minimum of 40 times a day. Nobody can do without the kidneys. And if there's a dysfunction in the kidneys, then it puts you in a state of so much of unease.
What are the causes of kidney?
All sorts of things can cause kidney diseases. Something must have caused, something happens that will cause the kidneys not to work. The commonest things is if you're a known diabetic and you've not controlled your blood sugar over a period of time, or you're a known hypertensive, or you've also not controlled your blood pressure over a period of time. Some people, due to no fault of theirs, just because of a family setup they are born into, have some genetic causes, things that run in their families that can constitute harm and damage the kidneys. Also, some people growing up, they've had some infections affecting some other parts of the body but not properly treated. The kidneys being sensitive, everything passes through it, attacks the kidney and then makes the kidney not functional.
Does it have any age limit?
No, it can affect whether the young or the old. Like I explained to you, some people genetic, because it runs in their family, the presentations can start a little quite early childhood. Some people, maybe later in the adulthood, it manifests. But then again, we know that this can happen.
How long can a patient live on dialysis?
So in treating kidney diseases, there are various options based on the timing of presentation. It could be conservative. It could be people can be on dialysis for the rest of their lives.
Is transplant a permanent assurance of good health?
Another treatment option is kidney transplant. Of course, in this categorization, kidney transplant is the best. Not curative though, but improves their quality of life. They are off dialysis. They can function and do other things. They can go about their work. They will be stronger. There will be adequate blood levels. Their bones will be a bit stronger, and they will be in a better state. Key things is to make sure that they take their drugs as appropriate for the rest of their lives. It might not be due to his any fault of his per se. Like I explained to you, there might have been something, a predisposition from the family already going on. But then again, we know that if he gets his transplant and he gets to understand what's into, his quality of life will improve, at least to a certain extent. And as long as he ensures that he takes his medications as at when due, it will be good for him. So and it will be relieving to also his caregivers too, who I'm sure have gone through a lot.
Is a transplant cost effective?
Yeah, it's expensive. It's a whole team. It's a strong teamwork. It's not just one person, or it's a strong team that has to be involved. And quite a number of the things that are also used in ensuring things work well are not also quite expensive, whether it be media or not. The only difference is that maybe in some other climes, government, because of insurance, will pay for their citizens. But here, insurance doesn't take care of transplants. There's a limit to how much of insurance takes care of dialysis. And so you have to pay out of pocket. And so it's quite, you see, it's a lot of money going, whether outside or inside, it's a lot of money.
Doctor tells us ways to keep our kidneys free from diseases.
Water is so fundamental towards the well-being of your kidneys. You need to drink water adequately. If you're hypertensive, you need to make sure you do your best to control your blood pressure. If you're diabetic, you also must ensure your health care provider controls your blood pressure. You want to set out to do at the beginning of the year is to check yourself, particularly if you're in your 40s, because some early diagnosis helps to save a lot, and will, on the long run. So take that a bit more seriously. Yeah. And taking unprescribed painkillers, about concussion, trying to use large volume of bleaching agents to keep yourself fine, are things that we should stay away from.
Emmanuel did not put himself in this situation. He has dreams of a beautiful life. The transplant is very expensive. The family will be needing 27 million naira, aside the donor fee and the medications that Emmanuel will be needing thereafter. It's a whole lot, and Emmanuel is pleading, please help me. I want to go back to school. I want to become an engineer and do you all proud. Emmanuel's mom, in pain, talks to us about Emmanuel. She tells us how intelligent he is, how supportive he has been, and how she cannot let him go. Emmanuel Obasi Chisom before now actually lived a full and fulfilling life. His ordeal is heartbreaking.
About 34 million naira, man. Yes. I'm talking of 34 million naira for the surgery. Please, Nigeria, for 3 years, we have been the one catering. We have been the one carrying this load. In fact, I don't do anything again. Our business has gone down. Even the father, everything has gone down. We only live by the grace of God. That's why they have to come and shout us out. Please, I don't want this my boy to die. He's a very brilliant boy.
The mom has been left alone to bear the burden of a sick child. The father's business has crumbled, and he has no willpower to push any further. We asked Emmanuel if he's depressed and has given up hope. He said no way. He believes someday, soon, very soon, help will come, and smiled down on him. His words were sincerely encouraging and a motivation to keep hope alive. What can God not do? Please, fellow Nigerians, we have Emmanuel and a lot of other people lying in the hospital bed on dialysis and waiting seriously for a miracle. Emmanuel believes in a miracle. He believes that someday help will definitely come. With a kidney transplant, Emmanuel will be stronger, independent. He will go back to school and he will live a meaningful life. We held hands and prayed with Emmanuel. God can do it. Amen. As against all odds crew walked out of the hospital, Emmanuel's mom shared her wishes and thoughts with us. She said, someday she believes that when all this is over, she will get her groove back. When all the fear and thoughts of she waking up one day and losing Emmanuel is over, no, she says, no, Emmanuel will not die. He will live and fulfill the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And together we say, amen. Can we make this dream a reality?
Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me. Let your healing power flow through me.
Here is a boy whose positivity is at its peak. Emmanuel is so positive that definitely someday his dreams of becoming a big engineer, that's how he described it. He said he wants to become a big engineer. And so his dreams of becoming a big engineer lies in your hands, lies in our hands. How do we help Emmanuel? Against All Odds, you know, is a program that brings hope and inspiration right to your doorstep. And so we need to keep the hope of these people alive. Emmanuel might be deaf, but Emmanuel is still sharp. Emmanuel might be sick, but Emmanuel is still hopeful. He believes that his dreams will not die. Thank you for riding with us on this episode of Against All Odds. I'm sure you've learned one or two things on how to take care of yourself. It's very important. The doctor has rolled it all out, and I urge you, health is wealth. Let us stay alive and keep hope alive. Thank you for staying with us on this program of Against All Odds. And we'll do this again next week, same time. My name is Toshima Pius Ikeravi. Be nice, be kind, be good. Remember, Emmanuel, we love you.
Audio Jungle.